You know, the pre-spawn is one of those times of the year that I really look forward to. You know, the bass are moving shallow. They're using these migration routes to get to these spawning flats, and they stop along the way and they love to stage around some type of cover. And when they're shallow like this, there's two baits that you have to have tied on. One is a KVD squarebill and the other is a spinnerbait. It's just one of the best times of the year to be fishing. Big thing that I'm going to do is assess the water clarity and the type of cover, because you want to choose the bait that's the most efficient for the situation that you're faced with and the exact conditions. So I'm looking at the temperature, the visibility in the water, and the type of cover that I've got to be fishing to choose those baits. You know, if I'm around a lot of rocks, channel swings, things like that, man, it's hard to beat a KVD squarebill, either a 1.5 deep or a standard 1.5. Those are my go-tos. And I'm gonna use them in crawfish patterns a lot during the pre-spawn. You know, that Delta red, fire craw, brown crawfish, red tomato, you know, those colors like that are just really strong during the pre-spawn. If I've got a lot of grass or a lot of brush, cattails, lily pads, laydowns, bushes, things like that, a spinnerbait is hard to beat. You know, I love slow rolling a spinnerbait during the pre-spawn period of time around this cover. It's super efficient. I can make a really accurate cast, and it's so weedless that I can get it in and out of there very efficiently. And the vibration is something these big, you know, pre-spawn bass, they just can't handle it. You know, water clarity is one of the keys. If I've got dirty water, you know, I want bright colors. I'm going to use Chartreuse. I want to use those thumper blades, you know, Colorado blades, and I want a slow retrieve. You want to keep that bait in the strike zone for a long period of time and just have a lot of vibration. And that's where, you know, a Colorado spinnerbait just really stands out. So, you know, this bluegill color, you know, a pearl white, a shad color, or a bright Chartreuse, just based on the water clarity. You know, the cleaner water, you want more natural colors. The dirtier water, you want those brighter or darker colors. And those fish just can't handle the vibration of that spinnerbait as it gets close to them. And I catch a lot of big fish slow rolling a spinnerbait around that cover. One of the big things about this time of the year, it's all about finding those key stretches. And you may have to cover a lot of water in between to find that one magical 50-yard stretch. So, you know, a spinnerbait and a squarebill are just tailor-made for that situation. You know, I can get up there close to the bank and just parallel start making short, accurate casts with both of them and really grind it out. Whether I'm fishing rocky banks or riprap, things like that with that squarebill, or I'm really targeting, you know, that thicker cover or bushes with that spinnerbait, I'm gonna pick the bait that's the most efficient, get my bait right up there in that zone, position the boat so that I can keep that bait in the strike zone for as much of the cast as possible, put the trolling motor down, and start finding those pre-spawn bass. During the pre-spawn, a spinnerbait and a KVD squarebill are definitely weapons you have to have ready to go.